We are doing exercise 7a, and in this video I'll be answering question 4b, which says for y equals f of x equals x squared, sketch the graph of each of the following, labeling the axis intercepts. And here we've been given that y equals f of x plus 1. So I've broken this down to a few steps. We'll first find the transformed rule, then the x-intercept, then the y-intercept, and then we'll give it a sketch. And as you can already see, I've sketched in y equals x squared. And that's because that's what we've been originally given. So let's now begin with step 1. So we've been given y equals f of x equals x squared. We are then told that y equals f of x plus 1. So that means, well, what is f of x? We know that f of x equals x squared, and then we're going to be plussing 1 to it. So we're trying to sketch y equals x squared plus 1. Now, what does this plus 1 do? Well, this plus 1 is going to shift my graph 1 up. So 1 unit up in the positive y direction. So it's going to look like this. So no longer, actually, I could just come here now and write plus 1 here, plus 1 now. Now, we need to find what my x-intercept is and my y-intercept. To find my x-intercept, I will rewrite what I know, which is y equals x squared plus 1. I will then let y equal 0. So instead of y, I will have 0. I will then rearrange to find x. So I'm going to get negative 1 here, and then x squared. I'm going to have to get rid of this x squared, which means I'm going to have to square root both sides. But can I square root a negative? No, I cannot, which tells me there are no x-intercepts. And that makes perfect sense when we look over here at our graph. We have no x-intercepts. So let me now find my y-intercept. So I will write out my rule, y equals x squared plus 1. I will then let x equal 0. So I come here and I will put a 0 here, which means I'm going to be left with y equals 0 squared is just 0, and 0 plus 1 is 1. So I'm going to be left with y equals 1. So right here will be 0, 1. So I put in my y-intercept, there are no x-intercepts, and I found my new rule, y equals x squared plus 1. Hopefully this was helpful in answering question 4b of 7a.